Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll celebrate some wonderful news after all the ups and downs that Jack and Tu Tien have been through. Thanks to Jack's persistence and their deep love, he took Tu Tien to see a specialist for infertility treatment. And a miracle happened. Doctors confirmed that Tu Tien is completely healthy and fully capable of becoming a mother. This wonderful news has opened a new, joyous chapter in their lives. Shortly after, a wedding full of joy and laughter was held, with the presence of their closest family and friends. Not only that, Jack and Tu Tien enjoyed a memorable honeymoon, filled with beautiful moments and endless happiness during their trip. Let's not forget about Jack, a handsome, brave CEO who's always ready to protect the one he loves. And Tu Tien, a kind-hearted girl who, despite her hardships, never lost her genuine spirit. Their love story is sure to touch your heart and earn your admiration. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons to follow more amazing stories. And now, let's dive into the colorful journey of Jack and Tu Tien. Before we begin today's video, we want to send a special thank you to Carmen Vega for becoming a member and supporting our channel. Your contribution and kindness are a tremendous source of motivation for us to keep delivering meaningful and engaging content. Thank you so much, Carmen. Wishing you endless joy and happiness. Our entire community deeply appreciates having you with us. We want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our amazing viewers like Nydia Lopez, Francisca Reyes, Redmi 10C, Talesia Tulavam, Momoka 111, Guy Riego, and so many others who have always supported and stood by Jack and Tu Tien. Your comments and love are not just encouragement but also a tremendous source of inspiration for us to keep creating more meaningful videos. Thank you so much for your love and support. Don't forget to follow and share the upcoming stories of Jack and Tu Tien. Jack stepped into the special evening with a heart full of hope. He had prepared everything, from the romantic setting to the meaningful engagement ring. Tu Tien, dressed in a simple yet beautiful dress, couldn't hide her surprise and emotion at Jack's thoughtfulness. When Jack knelt down, took Tu Tien's hand, and said, "Tu Tien, I love you. Will you marry me?" Her heart trembled deeply. But instead of saying yes, Tu Tien pulled her hand back, her eyes filled with hesitation. She softly said, "Jack, I'm not worthy of you. I can't accept your proposal because I can't have children. You're an only child, and I know how important this is to your family. If you marry me, you'll face immense pressure." Jack was stunned by Tu Tien's rejection. He looked at her with eyes full of love, held her hand tightly, and said, "Tu Tien, do you know, I love you for who you are, not for your ability to have children or any other condition. If there really is an issue, we can face it together. Medicine is so advanced nowadays. And besides, we can always adopt. All I need is for you to be by my side. That's the greatest happiness of my life." Jack's heartfelt words left Tu Tien overwhelmed with emotion. But the pain of her past was still a significant barrier. Tu Tien shared her story about her ex-husband who left her, and the mocking words from the villagers who called her a hen that can't lay eggs. Those memories had etched themselves deeply into her mind, making her feel unworthy of Jack. Jack remained patient. "I understand you've endured so much pain, but I promise you'll never have to go through that again. Trust me. Trust in our love. We'll overcome everything together." Although Jack didn't receive the answer he had hoped for, he gave Tu Tien the time to reflect and heal from her emotional scars. He decided he wouldn't give up because, to Jack, Tu Tien was the one he wanted to protect for a lifetime. After being rejected by Tu Tien during his proposal, Jack returned home with a heavy heart. He understood that her rejection wasn't because she didn't love him, but because of the fears and pain she had endured in the past. Seeking a solution, Jack decided to confide in his mother, Mrs. Loy, who had always been understanding and supportive. In the familiar room, Jack sat beside his mother and shared everything. After listening, Mrs. Loy couldn't hide her emotions. She held Jack's hand, her eyes filled with love, and expressed how much she cherished Tu Tien. To her, Tu Tien's concern about the family's future, particularly about continuing the family line, showed she was a thoughtful and genuinely caring woman who truly loved Jack. Mrs. Loy encouraged Jack, "My son, I understand Tu Tien's worries, but I believe that love can overcome any obstacle. I've never met anyone as sincere and considerate as her. She deserves happiness. and I believe you can bring that to her." She suggested that Jack take Tu Tien to a large, reputable hospital for a checkup, not to pressure her or force any decisions, but to understand her situation and ease her anxieties. Mrs. Loy emphasized that regardless of the outcome, she would support Jack's decision because, for her, his happiness was the most important thing. Hearing his mother's advice, Jack felt a sense of relief. He realized he wasn't alone in this journey and that his mother was there to support him every step of the way. Jack decided he would talk to Tu Tien and convince her to go for a checkup with him, not just to understand her health better, but also to show her that he was serious about their love and ready to face any challenges together. The atmosphere between Jack and his mother grew warmer. Mrs. Loy's encouraging smile and her reassuring gaze became a powerful motivation for Jack, giving him the confidence to pursue happiness with Tu Tien. The test results from the hospital brought immense joy to Jack and Tu Tien. After days of anxious waiting, the doctor announced that Tu Tien was completely healthy and fully capable of having children. Hearing this, they couldn't hold back their emotions. Jack held Tu Tien's hand tightly, his eyes shining with happiness. Tu Tien burst into tears, not out of sadness but from a sense of relief and freedom from the haunting worries of her past. Jack embraced Tu Tien tightly and whispered, "I told you, everything would be okay. Now, trust in our future and let's face all challenges together." In the days that followed, the atmosphere of preparing for the Lunar New Year at Tu Tien's farm was filled with joy and hope. Jack and Tu Tien cleaned, decorated the house, and shopped for holiday essentials. Jack's mother, Mrs. Loy, also visited, bringing homemade gifts from the countryside and heartfelt blessings. The three of them gathered around, cooking traditional rice cakes, sharing cheerful stories, and savoring the rare warmth of family togetherness. That New Year was not only a reunion but also a milestone marking a new beginning for Jack and Tu Tien's love. After the joyful holiday, they held a beautiful and heartwarming wedding. The ceremony took place in a small yet elegantly decorated restaurant, adorned with an abundance of flowers. Friends and family from both sides came to celebrate and wish the couple happiness. Jack couldn't hide his pride as he watched Tu Tien in her pristine white wedding gown, glowing like a princess. The two exchanged vows to spend their lives together, witnessed by their loved ones and surrounded by blessings. After a joyous wedding, Jack and Tu Tien chose Hejiang, a majestic rocky highland, as the destination for their honeymoon. With winding mountain passes, towering peaks, and fields of blooming buckwheat flowers, Hejiang offered a serene and romantic setting for the newlyweds beginning their journey together. As soon as they arrived, Jack and Tu Tien were captivated by the pristine and enchanting beauty of the region. They traversed the Ma Pai Lang Pass, one of Vietnam's 4 great mountain passes, and stopped to admire the emerald green No K River winding below. Tu Tien was thrilled as she rode behind Jack on his motorbike, feeling the cool breeze on her face and soaking in the breathtaking natural scenery. During their exploration of the highland villages, they encountered a group of ethnic children playing by the roadside. The children wore vibrant traditional costumes, their cheeks flushed red from the distinctive chill of the highlands. Seeing their innocent eyes and pure smiles deeply moved Tu Tien. The couple decided to stop and chat with the children to learn about their lives. Stories of hardships in getting to school, battling hunger, and braving the cold tugged at their hearts. Without hesitation, Jack purchased warm jackets from a local shop for the children. Together, he and Tu Tien prepared small gifts like sweets, books, and school supplies. When Tu Tien handed out the gifts, she felt the warmth in the children's eyes and their grateful smiles. A shy child gently held her hand and whispered a thank you, bringing tears to her eyes. Standing beside her, Jack draped his jacket over her shoulders, his gaze reflecting his happiness at seeing Tu Tien's genuine care for those around her. Their journey in Hejiang was not just about experiencing the stunning landscapes but also an opportunity to learn more about the lives and culture of the highland communities. On their final night, they sat by the fire in a stilt house belonging to a local family, savoring traditional dishes like thang ko and warm corn wine while listening to the villagers' stories. When they returned from their honeymoon, Jack and Tu Tien carried with them not only sweet memories but also a deep concern for the hardships faced by the people in the highlands. They promised each other to return and bring more positive changes to the land and its people. The honeymoon in Hajiang became a beautiful start to Jack and Tu Tien's married life, strengthening their love and filling it with profound meaning. After their meaningful honeymoon in Hajiang, Jack and Tu Tien returned home to begin a new family life filled with love and hope. A year later, their happiness doubled when Tu Tien announced that she was pregnant. Overwhelmed with emotion, Jack embraced Tu Tien in boundless joy. Together, they carefully prepared every little item, from the baby's crib to the first set of clothes, to welcome their firstborn. On the day their baby arrived, the house was filled with laughter and happiness. Their healthy, lively baby boy brought new energy to their home. 2 years later, their joy grew even greater when Tu Tien gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. Gentle and sweet, she was a priceless gift that embodied the love Jack and Tu Tien shared. Life for Jack and Tu Tien became even more complete. Jack took on the role of a devoted father, always making time to play with and teach his children. He often told them stories about courage, patience, and the importance of family love. Meanwhile, Tu Tien lovingly cared for every meal, every nap, and taught her children lessons about kindness and sharing. Every weekend, their little family worked together in the garden, harvested vegetables, or organized small outings to enjoy peaceful moments. Jack and Tu Tien planned to take their children back to Hajiang, the place where their sweet memories began, so they could understand the beauty of their homeland and the value of love. The home of Jack and Tu Tien became a model of simple yet meaningful happiness. Their two healthy, well-mannered children, along with Jack and Tu Tien's unwavering love, painted a perfect picture of a family filled with laughter and faith in the future. Thank you for following the heartfelt story of Jack and Tu Tien in today's video. Their happy post-marriage life, filled with meaningful journeys and a love-filled family, surely leaves a deep impression on everyone's hearts. What will their journey ahead look like? Share your thoughts in the comments section so we can continue to accompany this story together. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any exciting updates. Thank you for your love and support. It's the driving force that inspires us to bring meaningful videos to you every day. See you in the next story.